Hi, friends. Chelsea Coley here. I hope this reaches you well. I just wanted to make a quick video and give you a couple news headlines and tell you about the new charges that came out yesterday about P. Diddy. So, first of all, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Please share this video, like, and comment below your thoughts. I definitely want this to be interactive and would love to know your thoughts about everything that's going on. Um, if anything's going on with the flooding in your area, would love to know details about that as well. Please also share this channel and check out my live tab for all of my content. The videos, the little clips that I share will show on the main screen, but if you want to see the content that I make, everything I make is live, so check under the live tab. So I just have a couple things I wanted to talk about real quick before I talk about P. Diddy. I feel so weird calling him P. Diddy, but whatever, that's what he goes by. His name is Sean Combs, but he doesn't like to be called that, which I guess he doesn't really have a choice anymore because that's his real name in the legal system. But before we get into that, there's a couple things that's happening with the flooding, and it's just terrible. My hearts go out to all of the flooding victims and anybody who's trapped or having concerns with all of this water and flooding in North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, all of these several states affected. So sending my love and support to those areas. And also from what I'm seeing online, I saw a report yesterday that someone was making her way, attempting to make her way into work, into her place of work to go check on it in Asheville, North Carolina. And she described what she saw, and it was just horrible. She said that, like whole mountains and whole like roadways have been wiped out, and it's just really terrible. There were actually bodies floating around, and she even called to report to 911 to see if they could come and get them. And they said, we have so much else going on right now. I doubt we're even going to come take care of these bodies. So they don't even have the resources to clean up the dead bodies right now in Asheville, North Carolina, which is just heartbreaking that it's happening in our country. And I think that, our current administration has spent so much money on Ukraine and money laundering other places, allegedly, that they don't have money for their own citizens. For example, like what they did to the citizens in Lahaina, where they gave them $700 when they lost everything. So most of these homes were not even in flood zones either. So they lost all of their assets because if you're not even in a flood zone, you wouldn't have flood insurance and you're not covered. So a lot of these people lost everything, and it's up to the people to help them, and not our government is not doing it, unfortunately. Big thanks to Pedo Joe and Kamala. Thanks for nothing. So I don't know what they're doing or where they are, but they're certainly not helping any of the victims, and it's apparent. So on that note, there's also, similar to Lahaina, these organization stations that are taking in the donations. They're taking in the donated supplies, and then they're not giving them out. So that kind of same situation is happening now again, just like Lahaina is now happening in North Carolina and other areas. The only other one thing that's going on that I wanted to mention, because I think it's important, there are groups of people out there that are going and slashing tires at truck stops that are bringing supplies to these areas. So the truckers are having to share information like, don't stop at this truck stop because they're slashing tires at night type thing, because that's going on as well. Like, who are these people slashing tires and why would they be doing that? I have no idea, but it's happening in Arkansas, Tennessee, and other states. So just wanted to bring that to your awareness. Now for P. Diddy, I'm going to try to make this quick. So yesterday, the new charges came out. They were brought out by the attorney that's taking this case, and his name is Tony Busby. From what it appears, Tony Busby is a good guy. He's highly credible. He's from Houston. He's a badass. He challenges liberals, and he's very good at what he does. He had actually led Ken Paxton's impeachment defense, and he did very well with that. So that's just a little bit about the attorney, Tony Busby, that is handling this case. So 120 people have just been added to the lawsuit on top of however many they had before, who knows. 60 of them are male, 60 of them are female, 62% are African American, which is just crazy that they would be targeting. He's targeting his own people. It's just sick. Anyways, 62% of them are African American, 30% of them are Caucasian, and 8% are Hispanic or Asian. Out of the 120 victims, 25 were minors. The youngest, 9 years old. There's a 9-year-old male. There's a 14-year-old female. And it's terrible what happened to them. They have the evidence. They know that these are legit. They're in the process of getting the medical records and getting all the proof lined up and everything like that. A lot of the ABUSC happened after parties. So they happen like late night after the after parties, like the white parties and the New Year's party. The minors are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. And it started as early as 1991. Now, something interesting that I heard, which is very disturbing, 65% of these victims actually filed a police report or reported it to the hospital. So 65% of the victims filed reports and nothing was done about it. Terrible. Like I said, they are in the process of obtaining medical records. Some of the medical records, including the 9-year-old and the 14-year-old, have already come back and shown tranq, which is a type of horse tranquilizer in their system. He said there are other perpetrators that are going to be named. They know who they are, but we don't know who they are yet. But he said these names are going to shock you. So more people are going to be going down. He described one situation where a 16-year-old was R-worded by Diddy. And then there were several other people in the room, 4 or 5 different people. And so they all took their turn on this young woman. So it's just terrible. It's just terrible. But we know the kind of depraved things that these people have been doing. So it's not shocking, but it is kind of hard to talk about. So the charges are civil charges. I'm not sure why civil. This should be criminal, but the charges are violent sexual assault, R-word, facilitated sex with a controlled substance, dissemination of video recordings, and the long-awaited and much deserved S, sexual A, so SA of minors. I'm glad this charge came out, and I'm glad this information came out because we already knew that he had a lot to do with the minors. Bow Wow reported it, said it publicly. You've got Usher pretty much admitted to hanging out with him. And he actually, P. Diddy admitted that they used to wake up together when Usher was 10 years old, on camera. And, Usher brought along Bieber. And so Bieber was 14 at the time when Diddy first had custody of him for 48 hours. So what the hell would Justin Bieber's mom, why would she allow that for her 14-year-old son? I have no idea. That is just horrendous. And who knows what happened to him. But it's all coming out. Tony Busby, the attorney, says these names are going to shock you. He says that his office has already gotten over 3,000 calls to report that they were ABUSED. So they're going to be fighting lawsuits in all different states. So that's the nuts and bolts of it. Unfortunately, actually, Tony Busby shared some more information, and he did report that the 9-year-old male and the 14-year-old female, graphic warning here, were forced to orally pleasure Mr. Sean Combs, and then they were anally R-worded multiple times. So that's just the kind of details that is going on here. And it's horrendous and it's terrible. And the truth needs to come out. All of these victims need to be protected, and all these perpetrators need to have justice, and they need to go to jail. So that's what it is. And that's that. He did say that they're going to be releasing the other perpetrators' names. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but he says specifically these names are going to shock you. So they're going to be people that we recognize. Some speculation on that could be Ashton Kutcher. Apparently, Mila Kunis already moved out to try to separate herself from her husband and the allegations that are going to come out. Allegedly. Could be Jay-Z, could be Beyonce, could be TD Jakes. That was another one that Cat Williams mentioned when he said that they were going to be exposed in 2024. So who knows who it is? Could be any one of those people at his white parties. So that's what it is. And I just want everybody to keep in mind, this is not just about sexual perversions or, just being sex freaks or anything like that. This is truly about satanic rituals. And this is SRA. And that's the stuff that hasn't come out yet. But, I guess they're doing it slowly, but that's the stuff that happens behind the scenes. And this is going to be coming out to everyone in the public. So I hope more and more and more people are revealed. I hope everybody has justice. I hope this is not just a Diddy thing, but this goes across the board. And we see all these guys and women have to pay for their crimes. So we're just going to pray right now and say, Yeshua, please bring justice on our nation. Make all these evildoers pay. Their time is up. They need to go. Their crimes need to be exposed, and we need to be able to move forward and to know what happened. We need to know the truth so that we can move forward to our better, brighter world. Let every lie be revealed, and let these stories be told so that we never have to repeat this time in our history again. In Yeshua's name, so be it. So that's it, friends. That's the update on P. Diddy, and I'll let you know if I hear anything else, but that was everything that came out yesterday. And there's going to be a whole slew, hundreds and hundreds of more people added to this, according to Tony Busby. So those are the new charges. They are including minors, at least 25 of them right now that we know of. So prayers for justice. And everybody keep the faith and try to stay positive during these crazy times. Sending you all lots of love. Bye.